All right, good morning. Welcome to the London session. I hope you're doing well. Okay, so this morning, I apologize. I was stuck in the traffic whilst coming back from my son's school. Dollar index, I think we should see a continuation to the upside. On the daily, there is a gap here. I think that's what is preventing price from going higher. Right, that gap there is what's preventing price from going higher. So we want to see them smash through that. If not, then it probably might reject and then just drop. The seasonal tendency indicates that we're supposed to be dropping from the 29th 30th March. So between 29th and 30th March, that's when usually the dollar index declines. So right now we will just patiently wait for the gap that I just showed you give way, and then once it gives way, then maybe after that it will drop. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to log in into the seasonal tendency website so I can give you the correct date. Alright, so we're supposed to see a decline from the 30th of March. Yep. Or 29th. And today's date is 24th. So it should be next week. So with that, I think dollar should find its way higher and then decline. All right, when it starts declining, we're gonna be looking here. All right, so for future reference, when dollar starts declining, that's what we'll be looking at, because this whole move to the upside and started from here, and then maybe future we'll be expecting price to drop down there, but we will look here first. So for today, we should see higher prices with dollar index. Let's look at the 15 minutes, 1 hour, 15. Okay, it looks like we have an auto block there. Price is retracing. Based on this pattern here, probably this small gap here and then that should send price higher. That, or it will probably come back inside this leg, which is this impulse leg here, right, and then go higher. But they took out a short-term low here, so I think it should reject from here and go higher. Euro should see a continuation. I think it's gonna attack this one. And that's what price is gonna attack. On the daily, it's kind of a mess because it's not closing. You can see here it did not close, here it did not close, neither this one, neither that one. So euro is kind of a mess, but it's understandable because of euro pound. So probably this one will keep dropping. Yesterday I bought it early in anticipation of a potential move to the upside with the seasonal tendency. I still hold on to that because it's trading inside the range, so I'm holding on to that buy. But it's always good to, for you guys, it's always good to wait for that breaking market structure. Now this is paper trading, so that's why I bought it. But if I was trading live, I wouldn't buy that, right? I think I'm gonna start trading live from April, so I'll be buying when we have that seasonal tendency kicked in. April, May would be very nice. I'll probably make back all the time that I've not traded in from February till now. I'll probably make all of that back in April, May. So, but we might see price go higher. I like the fact that we're trading inside this order block here, right? So let me get rid of it. Oops. And then do the usual analysis of looking for the gaps, right? So drop down to the H4, we have this gap, right? Then drop down to the H1, it's the same thing. Drop down to the 15 minutes, we do have one here and then one there. I'm just gonna drop down to the 5, and we have this till there. The first one, they've gone through the first one, so I'm not gonna bother with that. 4 minutes. Okay, I like this. This one is looking nice. And 3 minutes. Okay, we have that and that. 2. Okay, 2 brings us right here, but there's another small one down there. And then last one. Zooming into the 1, we have this. We also have all of that, and this one here. So I think currently price is in that one there. Okay, currently price is in that one. Actually, I haven't got there yet, so maybe they might drop down one more to that one, and then you can start looking for your buys, or you can do what I usually do. Yesterday I did with gold and I missed it, so you do that, and then that. All right, okay. And for targeting, obviously it's gonna be held for some time, but you can take partial as it gives you. Okay, so watch this gap here, that one and that. Let me take a screenshot. I like this equal high, it looks very clean as a target. Right, this equal high looks clean. Also, the fact that they left equal high up there, price is gonna come back up there. All right. right there. Okay, so those are your upside objectives. If you want, wait for the breaking structure or go in like what I've just done. Okay, so I'm gonna copy that and post it in the chat room. Okay, Euro looks odd to me, so I'm gonna leave that. New Zealand, this one has, on the futures, it's traded inside an auto block, so I think we might see price go up. And when I say futures, this is what I mean. Aussie, right? It's traded inside an auto block here. So I'm sorry, that was the Aussie. New Zealand, this one is trading inside an auto block, and if we go down, there's the gap. If we go down, there might be some gap down here. There'll be one in here, and then there's one down there. There is. So that's one gap there, and then there's that small one down there. So because of that, we might see this go higher. Okay, and it's also trading inside. There's going to be another auto block in here. Right there, we have a low, high, low, high, high retracement. So, but I'm not buying this because of the dollar, right? I'm just using the strength of this to trade the New Zealand Swiss. But you can also trade the Euro New Zealand, the Pound New Zealand. This morning I sold short both of them. I sold short the Euro Aussie and then the Pound Aussie. I only told you guys about the Pound Aussie because Euro Pound was going up, but I think both of them are gonna drop. So you can buy this for, you know, entertainment purposes if you want to see how beautiful these auto blocks work, right? Just for demo, you can do the same practice that we always do. Identify the gaps in the lower time frame, buy it or wait for breaking structure, and then see what it does. Okay, for on this pair, but you can take them on the crosses for your main trade, as because dollar is going up, you don't want to be buying the New Zealand dollar. All right. Aussie, same thing. I showed you Aussie earlier instead of New Zealand, but Aussie is also doing the same. It's trading inside a H4 auto block in here. I mean, that was the basis of me giving you pound New Zealand short this morning, because this one is bearish, right? This one is bullish because it's trading inside an auto block, so this can go up, this can go down. Not necessarily go down, but structure wise, you can see we are bearish on this and then bullish on that. All right, so that's why I gave you the buy on, I'm sorry, the sell on pound Aussie. But same thing here, on the H4, it's trading inside that. So you can see we have another block here, gaps, you look for it and then either wait for breaking structure or just buy it for entertainment purposes, and then trade the actual crosses, okay, because the strength is going to be in the crosses. All right, So euro pound, yesterday I gave you guys where I think price can reach for, which was this area, right? Now what led me to believe that price was gonna get here, which is something that is gonna take time to understand, but eventually you will. All right, it's all based on market structure. Okay, it's all based on market structure. So if you look on the daily, we took out previous day's low. Let me get rid of this box. Okay, we took out previous day's low, and then on the H1 we broke this high, right? So think H1 is bearish, and then we turn bullish on the H1. So for the time being, yes, we are bearish, but H1 is now bullish. All right, so how far can the H1 retrace to? We look on the H4 and then we identify the swing the H4 is currently trading in, and that was this one between this high and that low. So because the H1 is now bullish, the price movement is gonna trade within this range, right? It cannot go higher. It will trade within this range and then resume going lower until we break above this high. This one is still subject to continue going lower, right? So why did I think it can come here? That's where the gaps comes in, because if it's retracing, what is it doing? It's only retracing to potentially fill in a gap. So the first one is here, and you can see they fill it up, and then up there. So it's either it's gonna go all the way up, fill that one in, and then continue going lower, or it can just reverse from here. So what I did was between this high and that low, okay, right there, optimal trade entry was where I was anticipating them to reach for, and then anything else is bonus, right? So I just have taken partials already, as you can see, and I've left it to see if they can reach for the second gap, and then once they get there, whether they go up or down makes no difference to me, because I've made some money. Okay, so that's what led me to believe that price was gonna go up, and it's quite easy to understand, right? It's just normal market structure, price action, combination of gaps and swing lows and swing highs. Aussie New Zealand, yesterday I gave you that price is gonna go up for that equal high. As soon as I gave it to you guys, I went in and bought it because I believe and I trust that it's gonna go there. Okay, why do I believe and trust that it's gonna go there? Because they confirmed, or price action confirmed, that this move to the downside when I shared the buy idea was right. It's just that they happened to stop, I won't say stop me out, but decided to stop anyone that was profitable out before continuing in that direction. So the H4, right, this low is important that it doesn't close below. That's why price did this, because if they were able to close below on the H4 basis, then I would have gone short here. Okay, if the H4 closed below that, I would have gone short there, because that would be run, break, retest, and then down again. But because it was a stop run and then it broke above this high, that led to me to believe that this thing is gonna go for that equal high. So basically I went long without hesitation, and then there we go. Plus, now pay attention to this high, and I've done teaching on this in the past. I can't remember where it is. On a daily high and low, right? If the H4, okay, this one is a bit advanced. The H4 is the closest to the daily, right? So if H4 is able to close above and below the daily high, basically what you're seeing is a confirmation of price wanting to move in that direction. So here I don't require the daily to close above this high for me to know that today is going to be an up candle, right? At the same time, we have 1, 2, 3. So that H4 closing above this high to me confirmed that this is a swing low and this is a bullish order block. Okay, I'm gonna repeat that. I don't require the daily to close. If the daily closes, brilliant. But if the daily does not close and the H4 closes above or below the previous day high and low, to me that is enough for a confirmation. So if I drop down, you will see that the H4 did close above that high right there. That is the confirmation that I needed, right? That is a swing low. We have 1, 2, and then 3. So we have a swing low confirmed with this candle, therefore price is gonna go higher. And there you have it. So we're gonna look for that equal high, and then that one as well. I've been looking at this for some time now, so we should see price attack this one. Very, very attractive. I like that one. We should see some quick run towards that high, and then that one as well. But this one is just too clean. It's just too clean. That's the easy setup. Now we can get some scalps to get there, and anytime we form a swing low on the 1 hour, 4 hour, you buy it. Okay, so you can see here, swing low, retracement, buy, up. If we form another one, I like this. Not the best swing low, it's an engulfing, but it's the same thing. If we trade all the way down here, that would be a nice sniper entry, buy. So you can leave a buy limit here. You can leave a buy limit there, right there, and then look for that equal high. This one is going to give you like 12 to 1 if it does retrace there. Or there's a small one here, right there, which can also give you 4, 4.5 or 4.6. all right, so I'm gonna share this one as well, and there you go. Euro New Zealand, yesterday I did not get no trade. Let's see, today we probably will get a trade on this one today. Let's remove the drawing. It's pulling back inside the range. Yeah, I think it's gonna go low again. I'm gonna push my sell limit here. Modify stop loss above that high. Today is Thursday, so it probably a bit tricky because they might the weekly range, but I like this. Okay, let me give you guys a hint, because I was looking at price for you to study. Okay, it's not something that it's for you to go and study it. I was looking at price and some drawdowns. I was looking at price, right, and I kept seeing this. Whenever we have an imbalance, right, and then price trades to it, and after trading to it, it creates an order block. That order block is very, very sensitive and very powerful. I just kept seeing it. I've not back tested it, but you know, when I'm watching price, I watch it with like, show me something. So let me go here and then show you what I mean. Whenever price trades into a gap, let me find an example like this. Where is it gone? Yeah, here. It will trade into a gap, and then it creates an order block like that. That becomes a powerful order block. Okay, but it needs to trade into a gap. So something like this, right? It trades into that gap and then goes down. That becomes a powerful order block. So you can test it, right? Gap becomes an order block. It didn't even touch it, and then went down. See if I can find more example. Like I said, I have personally not back tested it, so it's just something that I kept seeing. Something like this gap right there creates that order block. Price comes back to that and then drops down, right? See a gap with another block, and it's on all time frames. It's not just any time frame. You see price trade into a gap and then create an order block like this one here, right? Trade into this one, goes up, that order block becomes big buy. One here, trades into the gap, goes down, that becomes a sensitive order block. Let's see how price reacted. Price has not been here yet, but that would be a nice level to watch if price ever gets there. All right, so that's that. Where was I? Okay, I was here. So drop down to the 1 hour time frame. This one is looking nice. I like it. If we do get there, I'm selling short with the stop above that, and then looking for lower prices. I like this one as a target for today, and then if they get really crazy, then they go for that one. So another sell. Just be careful because today's Thursday. They could cut the low of the week. Okay, that's that. Let's go back to the British pound and see, did it trade into any gap? It didn't. So price is rallying like that. I keep checking my trades because, you know, I demo trade, but I trade it like I'm trading live. So, I'm currently demo trading, but I'm trading like I'm trading live. That's why I keep an eye on it. That thing is flying. Probably not come back. Okay, Euro Aussie. So Euro Aussie is similar to pound Aussie. I shared why I'm selling short, right? And I use the ATR, average true range, for the stop loss, and I'm looking for continuation to the downside because we are bearish. So today should be a down day, right? So I'm expecting it to reject and go lower today. Same thing applies to pound Aussie. It was actually trading inside this order block here. And that one, when I was sending that, so I sold short there, and I'm expecting price to continue going lower for, I think I gave you guys this target. It's extreme. I'm gonna take partial here. Right there, I'm gonna take partial there, and then I'll let the rest run. So partial at there you go. Partial at 175. There you go. Now, if this one takes you out, okay, the higher time frame, which is the H4, is still bearish, remember, so it's only coming for a pullback and then it'll go lower again, right? H1 has not even broken market structure, so it's still, we are 15 minutes has broken market structure, yes, but it's still subject to the H1. So the H1 is currently in control. That's why price has rejected to resume lower, because every time frame has got its trend. I did not touch this because I don't like it where it is right now. It's just too low, and the profit target is just too, it's just there. So I did not touch this one. All right, if you want to trade it, you can, but there are too many trades out there to be worried about this. So I basically left that alone. But this H4 auto block here, if it retraces to that, that's a big if it gets there. Right, we have this in here. And that one looks nice, and then this kind of the same. Right, I think that's it. I'm not gonna go further. And then sell. Now, over time, you get confidence to do this. Just placing your stop above the gap. Oops. but for now I don't recommend it because you might panic, so just leave your stop loss above that. All right, and I'm gonna post this one as well. Probably might trigger next week. All right, so pretty much that's it for these ones. Gold, I'm so angry that I didn't get an entry. And I closed the trade that I got in here. That would have been like some crazy entry trade, but yesterday that was beautiful. I mean, it can't get better than that. That was, look at that. Let's take it right back up. That's 9R. But I was looking just for that gap. Remember that those two gaps that I mentioned, that's what I would have looked for. 4.4, still not bad. Anyway, that's hindsight. It's not necessary. Let's go back. Okay, we might have I think it's still that gap. I think we're gonna trade inside that, so there's still room to the upside. Not much, but still there. I just took out this low here. One minute doesn't look interesting at all. Let's check the 2. 2 has one gap down there, and then the 3 minutes has one here. So upon closure of the 1 hour candle, these are the 2 levels you want to be paying attention to. All right, and just place the buy limit in both of them. Buy limit here and buy limit there. And you're just looking for price to go up here. All right, so let me shift this. Looks better on the 15 minutes. I think 15 minutes is just one. Probably just use the 15 minutes one. I'll use the 15 minutes one. Much easier. Okay, and then just be aware of that lower one. Why did I make it full screen? It's raging high. Probably might not come back. All right, let's look at oil. H1. Okay, we went above that high as I was expecting. Now here we are at a junction that it doesn't look Good. Okay, I think we probably push up a little bit more. We might push up a little bit more into that one. Yeah. Doesn't have to, but I like this auto block here. Right. Within that we have two gaps. This one and that one. And H4 is still bullish, hence we might see price straight up there. So let's see if we can find an entry. We went above this high, which is a H4. No, it's not H4. So that's a breaking structure. Okay, we've missed a long as we were doing this live session. Actually it did come in optimal trade entry, but like this. Yeah, it's gone. It's a missed opportunity, but it's fine. Not too late, but the stop is going to be too big for my liking. Right, the stop is going to be too big for my liking. I would have preferred entering there. That would have been nice, but this is what we have. And if it stops out, it's just gonna go deeper retracement and still be valid to go higher. So if it, let's say, it stops you out, then look down here, or just place the fib and look for optimal trade entry, which again brings you down there. Okay, I'm not going to draw it because I think it should go up from here. Yeah, I think it should go up from here. The H4 has not given any signs of coming down, so it should be going up from there. Let's see if this can close bullish above that in the next 3 minutes. We have 4 minutes. I'll come back to this one later on. There were some declines on the indices yesterday, so that probably is offering a buy opportunity. This is a trade I saw yesterday, Monday. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's use this one and do a little bit of market structure studies. So they couldn't take out, or they couldn't close below this low, right? And then prices formed a swing low. Let's see if the H1 has, broken market structure. The H1 hasn't, because the last swing it has here. So H1 has broken structure, so we could see trade up here. We could see trade up there and up here, but I'm gonna check the H4 and see. Yeah, we could see trade up here for now. So dropping down today, there you go. That's a buying opportunity long to go up there. hit it. I want to trade all my ideas now. -31. Oh, what am I? That's not where I wanted to place my stop loss, man. There. And partial out here. And then I'll look for continuation. That was easy. All right, let me see. Just quick. I'm gonna put my simple moving average in the 50. Yeah, 50 on the 1 hour. We are up here, bearish. 15 minutes above it, bullish. So swing low, that should be a buy. Yeah, I like that. Let's go back to oil quickly. Okay, so oil did confirm that swing low, so I think you should see it go up from here. So I'm gonna, did I post it? Commodities, we have gold and we have oil, and then this is, I'm gonna post the one I just took. All right. Okay. So yes, I think let's look at Bitcoin and then call it a day. We'll come back in the afternoon. Bitcoin. Yep. Yesterday we anticipated a bullish candle and we got that. It's an inside candle, so we should see expansion to the upside. Let's look at into this candle. Okay, I'm not surprised it's rejecting. Price is awesome. This is so cool. We should see it trade up there. So there's a bit of room, and then maybe the high. We need to get through this first. So BTC should trade up to 43,722.47. So bullish, new high here, down, new high here. It should move from here to there, but I don't have an entry. That was an entry there to go up, but this is too much forced, so I'm just gonna leave it. But I think it will trade to 43,722. All right, Ethereum, or wow, did I have this? Okay. Oh, that's from yesterday. Yeah, I said if they don't make a new high, then I'll look for the buy. But if they make a new high, then it's gonna use the actually did retrace to it here, and I think I was looking down here. Go back to the H4, get rid of that. We're looking in here because that's where the auto block is. Actually, let's use this as a case study and identify where it should be trading to. Okay, so straight away we have this drop down to the 5. Perfect. That, and then potentially this one as well for a buy to continue going up. There, see how it trades down, bam bam, break structure, shouldn't come back. There you go, makes sense. Right, that was the gap. That one there, didn't get to that one. Low, high, low, lower low, break. That's it, it's not coming back, and then it just flies away. So Ethereum has done its job. It's also taking out this high on the daily, similar to Bitcoin. I think this one will go and take out this high. I think it's going to take out that high. So look for 3913197. All right, look for 3197 as the next draw on liquidity. Coming back to some of the scalps. Euro is not doing bad. That's not doing bad. That's doing fantastic. I'll probably close this one because it has reached where it needs to reach for. I'm gonna close that because it's still bearish and it can just resume going lower. Looking for price to reach here, it does. So that's that. The pound, it probably might come back down again before going up. If it breaks above this 1 hour time frame high, that's a breaking structure. You can start looking for longs. Okay. The Aussie rejected. The New Zealand is rejecting. These ones are still playing around. It's alright. Alright, any question? I think I'm done. I'm gonna go. I have to go and fix my washing machine because the guys didn't fix it for me. I have to do it myself. Any question? Any comment? Let's go and look at these scalps. Maybe see if there was one here as well. Yeah. NASDAQ. Yeah, I think it's gonna go up. Shall we add this one to it? Let's see. Yeah, this one looks like. Let's check the daily. Yeah, it's traded inside this order block here, and it's at this, so it might be accumulating long. Go high, order block, gap, buy, long. Okay, I'm not gonna buy it, but I'm just gonna draw it as a buy. That it should come and attack this equal high. That's it. That's a 3-to-1 trade. But if you buy in here, let's say 2 with a stop below that candle's low. That's a 2. That's a 2-to-1 targeting this equal high. I'm gonna go and record one of these trades because they are scalps, so it's not gonna take forever. Okay, I think there's no questions, so I'm gonna go and I'll see you guys in the afternoon within the next probably 4 or 5 hours.